Hello, good Daf.
Wacht.
Hello, Shavuot Tov.
Hi Mario, Shavuot Tov.
Harold.
Yeah.
Harold,
Hi Mary. Yeah.
I was
Hear me?
surprised that Michael was not there today.
He's in Israel.
Oh, he went for the.
He went to the cemetery.
Ah,
Yeah, terrible.
yeah,
The boy saying Kaddish there. So sad.
yes.
So sad.
And he learned how to say it, eh?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
How old is the boy?
He's 7 or 8.
Hmm.
I know he was 7 when Mati died. I don't know. It must be 8 by now. Yeah.
How old was Moti? 41?
I think 42.
42. It's like when my father died. He was 41, but I was 5.
You were 5. Wow.
Hmm.
Hi Walter.
Hello, Harold. How are you? Shavuot Tov.
I'm good.
Shavuot
Good.
Tov, Walter.
Where's
Shavuot
Marty?
Tov.
Where's your Argentina banners?
Say it again?
You're not wearing your Argentina colors?
He's from Uruguay. They don't like Argentina.
That's
I
close.
was born in Argentina, but I don't root for them.
You don't identify as an Argentinian?
No.
Okay, Mario, but let's hope that they beat those Chazas of French.
But they've been playing well, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
We're in 52. Where are we holding?
52A1.
52A1. Okay.
On the bottom of 51B, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Oh,
That's
by
a
the Mishnah.
technique.
Okay.
that's a technicality.
Mario, do the players on the field know how much extra time there is?
Say it
Yeah,
again?
they're watching. Yeah.
The players on the field, they know the extra time?
No, they don't know. If a
They
player was hit,
estimate.
if a player was hit and it took more than a few minutes, they realize that they will be playing extra time.
Uh-huh. Good work, Ernie.
Well,
Shavuot Tov.
Shavuot Tov, everybody.
52. 51 at the bottom.
Mario, I'm glad you got the technicality correct.
Yeah.
A noider min chalav. Person takes a net. I'm not going to drink milk. Muter bakum. Kum is like when they make cheese, the whey, the curds in the whey. So when in regular usage, when you say milk, you're not really referring to that. Rav Yossi oyser. Rav Yossi says no. When a person takes a neder against milk, it's all milk products. If a person takes a neder against kum, against curds and whey, muter b'chalav. He's not referring to milk, so he can drink milk. Aber shol oimer hanoider ben agvina aser ba bemeluchot tefillah. I take a neder. I'm not going to eat cheese, so you can't eat salted cheese. You can't eat bland cheese. Hanoider ben abaser. You use the word basar. Mutter beroitev uvekipa. Roitev is like a soup or a sauce,
Like gravy.
like gravy. Uvekipa is more gravy. It's thick because you put spices and you put flour in there. And Rabbi Yehuda says no, gravy and stew or whatever, that would fall under the category of meat. So he took a neder that he wasn't going to eat meat. And Rav Tarfon prohibited them from eating eggs that were cooked with the meat, that had the flavor of the meat. Nois and tam. To use the terminology, this basar is be prohibited on me, then it would work that the neder would extend to even taruvis. If in the mixture it has the time of the thing, he said basar ze'alai or cholov ze'alai or vina ze'alai, if it has the taste of the thing that you said ze'alai, it would answer even the taruvis. But if you just say anoidim in a basar, then that would be only the basar itself, not a taruvis, which has the flavor. Anoidim in a yayin. The Ran goes through a whole diyun in Yoredeya. Nedarim is something that's considered yeshlo matirin. There should be no bittul at all. That's and it goes min b'mino. It's a very long Ran, as you can see. That is an important Ran in the sugi of Yoredeya of taruvis and isser v'heter, but not for pshat and how we're learning. Anodim in a yayin. Person takes a neder against wine. Mutter betavshil sheyesh putan yayin. Like it's similar to when he said hanoidim in a basar. It's only meat, but something that has the flavor of the meat would not be prohibited. Same thing, same structure. Hanoidim in a yayin, you would be permitted to eat a cooked dish that had the flavor of wine. You put wine in the dish. You made a marinade. You made a pasta sauce that had red wine, and you could taste the wine. It's not usher. However, Omar, koinim yayin shezeh ani toyin. It's going to be prohibited to me any wine and even flavor of wine. Then if the dish, if you can taste the wine in it, it would be prohibited. So Rabbi Yossi the Mishnah said that if you took a neder against chalav, you'd be usher to have curds and whey. Reminu. Hanoidim and adoshim, somebody against lentils. Usher bashishim, which is like a lentil soup, some kind of a dish that is mixed with lentils. But Rabbi Yossi matir. So why is it that over here Rabbi Yossi is asers by cholav and kum? So loikasha marki asrei umarki asrei. It's not a machloikas. It's a machloikas based on their neighborhood. But asrei rabbanon, in the neighborhood of rabbanon, karu lechalva chalva ulakuma kuma. Milk was milk and curds and whey were curds and whey, and they didn't mix up the terminology. But asrei Rabbi Yossi lekuma nami kori lekuma dechalva. It was given like an adjective. It's curds and it's milk, curds of milk. Right? It had a milk adjective. So therefore, if you make the neder noidim and acholav, it would be asr kol Rabbi Yossi there kum and achal. Tanya, we learn in a baraisa anoidim and acholav muter bekum, like our Mishnah minakum muter bechalav. Similarly, if you take a neder min hachalav mutar b'gvina, cheese is not milk, even though it's made out of milk. It's not milk. It's a different noun. It's a different subject. And if you take a neder min hagvina mutar b'chalav, min haroitev, let's say rotev is the sauce or the gravy, and kippah is it's thicker, mutar b'kippah, min hakippah mutar b'roitev. However, like we learned, im amar basar ze alai, you don't say anoidim in a basar. Then asar boy b'roitva v'kifo. Then you're asar in the whole package. Similarly, anoidim in a yayin mutar b'tavshel sheyesh potam yayin. If you take a generic neder min hayayin, you would be permitted to eat a dish that had the flavor of wine. But amar koinim yayin ze she'eni toyem, but had the flavor of wine, it would be prohibited. Mishnah.
And that, can a guy, if a guy makes a neder on milk and then he takes that milk and he makes it into cheese, so does that fact that he made the neder always stay prohibited because he made it while it was still milk?
If he said anoider min hachalav, the only thing he wouldn't be able to drink is milk. He'd be able to eat cheese.
So if he changes it into cheese, he's okay then.
Yeah, except if he used a different phraseology. If he used that phraseology of koinim chalav alai, then you wouldn't be able to do any. Then if you change the milk into cheese, it would also be prohibited.
So in anything that he changes the product into something else, it becomes permitted, right? Or does it always stay because it has the original Isser as against the milk, and he just does a different process to change it, whether it's milk or anything else?
No,
So
because he only assered milk. He didn't asser cheese.
Okay.
Mishnah. Hanoider min ha'novim, muter b'yayin. Right? So if you took the grapes and made them into wine, it would not the same halacha as in milk. And if you took a neder min hazesim, muter b'shemen. You don't need olives, but you could have olive oil. However, is koinim zeisim vanovim elu she'eni toyim, osir behen v'yoytze behen. Then you'd be osir in the original grapes and olives, and what comes out of them, i.e. the olive oil or the wine. Now you notice the Mishnah gave us a formula that was a pretty long formula. Koinim zeisim vanovim elu she'eni toyim. So what's the operative word here? Is it elu or is it she'eni toyim? That's what Rami Bar Chama is going to ask. Boy, Rami Bar Chama. Elu davka? Oh, she'ena toyim davka. What does he have to say? What's the trigger words that extends the isser from the object to that which comes out of the object? Is it elu? If you said koinim zeisim vanovim elu, is that enough? Or do you have to say she'eni toyim? Elu davka. If all you need to say is elu, then she'eni toyim lamali. Why did you add in the formula that you have to say she'eni toyim? So the Gemara says, well, that hakamash balon, the afal gav de omer she'eni toyim. Perhaps if he had just said koinim zeisim vanovim she'eni toyim, it's ida omer elu mitzer v'ilolo. He would have to add the elu to say that the items that come out of it, meaning the wine and the olive oil, would be osir as well. So that's the shaila the Gemara is trying to resolve. Amar Rava, Torshma. Koinim peris ha'elu olai. Now you notice it doesn't say shani toyim. It's just ha'elu. Or koinim hein lefi. It's going to be osir to me like a korban to my mouth. Osir bechilufeinu v'gidulein. Not only are the primary index objects usher, but if you switch it with something, or that which you put in the ground and you grow, would be also usher. Now you notice that's bechilufein of gidulein. You do a switcheroo, or you put in the ground. Habiyotz mehen mutter. But seems to imply that that which comes out of it would be permitted. And maybe because all he said was elu. If he in order to say that what comes out of it is prohibited, you'd have to add any toyin. So the Gemara says
What's
no.
the difference? What's the difference between Gedulehem and Yotze Mehen?
It's a big difference. The Gemara says they're not the same. The Gemara says Gidulea means you put in the ground and it grows.
Okay, so what's Yotze Mehen?
But grapes, you squeeze it and you make wine out of it.
Oh, okay.
That's Yotzemehan. And
Okay.
in Echanami, you and I might have thought that they're the same, but the Gemara obviously says they're not the same. So the Gemara says there's no raya yet that Elu isn't Dafka. What in the Philippi Yotzemehan also? Could be that what comes out of it is also usher with just saying Elu. But they wanted to reveal the chiddush of the chilufeyen kiguduleyen, that when you switch something, you replace something, it's usher like if you put it in the ground. You might think you made a like Elazar said before, you make the item itself usher. So I understand that if you put it in the ground and you grow it again, it's also going to be usher because the ikar isser went into the ground. But if you just switch it for something else, so it's more chiddishtik that chilufein is like yiduleyan. But hu adin that biyotzemen is also usher. So we don't have a clear proof whether elu is dafka or you need to say ein toya. Okay, torshma. The Gemara will give another proof or another attempt at a proof. She'eni oichel v'she'eni toyim. Without elu, muter b'chilufeinu v'giduleyan, you're allowed in their replacements and in what grows. Hayoytze behen osir, but that which comes out of it is osir. So therefore, that you need to say elu. So again, there's no real proof. I did lo-nasiv reisha yotzim and lo-nasiv nami b'sefer yotzim. Since the reisha didn't bring yotzim, the sefer didn't bring it either. But really, this yotzim is also mutter. You can't be medayik from the fact that it didn't mention it to be medayik. These are not, but that is yes. No, in echanami yotzim is also mutter. Toshma. On Rabbi Yehuda. That a person who made a neder against meat, Rav Tarfon prohibited if you cooked eggs with the meat, it had the flavor of the meat, it would also be usher. That's if you use the formulation, basar ze alai. So then, shanoidim in adavar in the sarvach yesh ba b'nois adavar is usher. You see zeh, because you said zeh, basar zeh. That's like elu. So elu is dafka. So and for the Gemara, there's no proof either. Be'elu lo kamaboil on the dafka. We still know for sure that elu is absolutely necessary, and that's enough. We have no shaila that elu by itself would work. Kima boil on b'she'eno time dafka love daf. So the Gemara resolves it since it says like elu. It says that's enough. So if in the Mishnah you said koinim zeisim anovim elu, that would be enough to answer both the item itself and that which comes out of it. But what the Gemara kima boil on is k'sheni toyim dafka lav dafka. If you said koinim zeitzim vanovim she'eni toyim, is that enough to offer the milk or the olive oil? Toshma, dogim she'eni toyim. He doesn't say anything about elu. Osir behen, you can't eat the fish. Ben gdolim, ben ktanim, ben chayim, ben uvishal. Umuter b'toris trufel votzir. But you're permitted like in a chopped fish and the fish juice. So it comes out from here that any time is lav dafka because it didn't aser. Merova no raya because ukvar yotzemehem. There we're talking about seer that already come out. It's already sitting there. But perhaps now that it's aser, any future seer would be aser. So there's no raya from there either. Okay. So Navi Shir will start in 10 minutes, 7:30.